I'm back with another Edith Holden idea. This time we're going to use a word page and a napkin. Some other stuff. Let's get to it. We're making our trinket box page inspired by Leah at Thrifty Day. Check her out. Let's get to it. Hi everybody, it's Julie. I have my Dibs page. That's my under paper. I have a page out of my Edith Holden book. It is all word pages, so her writing. And then I have a napkin. So to start off with, I'm going to go ahead and put the napkin down. Today we're going to be making the trinket box page. So trinket shelf filled page with 2 hidden journaling spots inspired by Leah at Thrifty Day. And so I know some of you have already been able to make it because you are already familiar. And I'm going to start by adding napkin to this page. So, so I have this napkin. We've already used the other page, the second page from it in our journal. And so I've got my Tombow Mono glue stick out, and then I'm gonna try and put this right down the middle. Okay. So I have decided to use Edith Holden pages, full-size pages, and then when I make my cover, I will make it bigger. I will have a larger cover. So, okay, so we're just putting this down on the back. It's probably going to need a little bit of help over here on the side. We'll go ahead and come down, give it a little help on sticking to the side. Pick it up off the Dibs page, move it over, come over here, same thing. So I'm putting glue on the page and on the napkin and then putting it down. Okay, and then picking it up, because otherwise it's gonna stick to the Dibs page. I don't want it to stick to the Dibs page. Okay, yeah. So here we go. The other way that would have helped this is if I would have gone around the outside one more time before I laid it down. We're gonna come up and give that corner a good, and then put your top on, your glue. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to turn it over, give it a really good press, and then cut it off. Okay, so this is going to give me a different page. Okay, so, and of course I love to use napkins in my journals. It gives the page kind of a linen feel. It'll feel like fabric sometimes. You get, also, depending on how it works, the words will come through. But you see, just lightly. Just lightly. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and... Wow, I was really off here. Ta-da. Okay, so we're all set. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. Work on drying, and I have another piece of napkin. Now, wish me luck on this one. I am going to use this as my trinket shelf. Now, I don't want my trinket shelf to be super thick. I don't want it to take over. So I was like, you know what? I could use my favorite sticker. If I can get it undone. There we go. Pull it from the back. Okay, So I'm going to use the negative of my favorite sticker set. And I wanted a wooden background so that it was kind of like it was actually a shelf. I'm going to go ahead and lay this down. Okay. And there we go. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and cut it off. We had a little bit of glue residue, so we are using stickers and another napkin. This was a scrap that I had from another project that I was working on. At the moment, I can't remember what it was. This is going to give me a trinket shelf. Okay, so it's going to give me a cute little goodie. Now, if you saw Dorothy's, she actually used a little wooden piece, I believe. I need to go back and watch the actual video. But so cool. And fun to see some already trying to see what they could do with what we've got going on here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of our little brushes. I've got Vintage Photo, and I'm just going to try and I'm going to go ahead and go around. Oh, interesting. Interesting. It took to the white right there really well. I thought that this would be darker. So sometimes these things take a little bit of playing with. Okay. Let's try Scorched Timber. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a little darker. Yeah, I like this better. Okay, so I like the two together. Okay, so we need to continue with this one. It's going to look like a little shelf, I think. So, I am challenging myself to use a new paper pad, or ink pad, excuse me, a new ink pad each time, each journal that I'm making. So here we are. Hello, Scorched Timber. I've had you for a long time, never used you. Welcome to the messy desk. Okay, I'm going to go back and add a little extra to get some of that golden brown color. So okay, so this one is Vintage Photo Distress Oxide is what I have here. Because that's what I had. Okay, now we're going to come in with the dark. Kind of reminds me of like oak. across. Want it to give you the wood feel, right? Okay, so this is my trinket shelf. Okay, so now I need to add trinkets to it. So one of the things I saw was, you know, when we had this out, it actually had some little plates. And I was like, will they be... I'm going to try them. I was like, maybe they'll fit on... Of course, I could go ahead and take the whole row. And put it on a shelf, you know? Put it in there on a shelf. I don't know. I don't think that that's going to work. I think I need to cut the plates out. I thought it would be fun to have some things in the background. That's why I'm doing this. So there's a little plate. And then we're going to add actual trinkets. And it can be whatever you want to add as your trinkets. I think this would have been really cool in the Mary Englebright. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to use those or not, but that gives me a little bit of a start. Okay, so I have this. And those would definitely be a trinket. Okay. I have this pin that Grabby gave me. Okay, I want to make this a little thicker. I'm going to add this to a piece of file folder. Okay. And I'm just going to go around the shelving part. Okay. Let's see. And I want it to stick, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on those also. Okay. And I'm not rubbing it around because I don't want things to move. So trinkets are like collections. Okay, trinkets are like collections. So this would be jewelry. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it on inside the oval and put it through, and then I'm going to I was going to pull out my new but I just moved everything, my new pliers. Okay, sorry if that. Okay, there we go. Trinket down. Trinket down. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this. It says, encourage your hopes, not your fears. And I'm going to put that up here. Now, I'm going to put this, you know what? Let's use some double-sided tape. I have a little piece of it over here. This will just help to hold this down. I have something else I'm going to put. But the double-sided tape, I want to make sure it's on. Then you can lift it up, maybe. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get that glue off there because that's hindering me working on this. Okay, push this down really good. Pull up the edge. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try and center this. Definitely not centered. Okay, I'm going to go with that. Okay, then we'll grab my pokey tool. I use a push pin. That's going to get the beginning of the area. And then I'm going to use a couple of just the regular gold brass brads that you can get like at the stationery store, Staples, places like that. And we'll put those through. So we'll put this one through on this side. Start it in the hole that we started. It's a little bigger than what I wanted, but my other ones I think are too small, so. But this will hold it, and this will give us the brass like is here. Okay. So trinket shelf, you're going to add trinkets. Okay, so there we've added that. Pretty cool. I have this key, but I also have these orange goodies. So I'm thinking orange goodies, they're little orange flowers. I was going to put, I have the little tiny black that we used last time, but I think I'm going to put the gold on those also because of the gold in this and because we've been adding gold, right? We add a touch of gold. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I put 3 in, it's going to look like that. I kind of think 3 is going to be good. Okay, I'm going to use double-sided tape again. We're getting down to the end of this one. I'll I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. Put it on the sequin, then take it off the sequin. Put that one on. Okay, we'll come over. Now I could just put like a pearl in the middle of these. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking. You see the wheels start spinning? Okay, I still have to add, okay. How many do I need? Trinket shelf page with 2 hidden journaling spots inspired by Leah. Okay, so the hidden journaling spots were not inspired by Leah. That was my addition for the challenge. But we had seen her do this trinket shelf, and of course she collects all kinds of trinkets. So the little, all the little goodies, like McDonald's toys and stuff like that. Oh, it came off. That is not a good sign. Okay, so there's those. Okay, and they could end up with the center in them also. We'll see. Okay, now I need a hidden journaling. So I'm going to take this piece here, and then I need to put it on something that is pretty sturdy. We have a piece of sticker. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go around here, over here. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Hopefully we can get all these new videos up for you. The new ideas, at least. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and come out, because I think I have to cut some of that. Oh, it's on this side I have to cut off. Okay. We're good. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down and put it down. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut here. And we'll cut across here. So this is dyed paper. I think this is onion skin. I think it's onion dyed paper, but I'm not positive. My onion and avocado dyed papers got mixed together, so. Okay, so we're going to want to come down here to this edge. Okay, and then we're going to come down like this, and we'll go up, and then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, we actually need to go in a little further. so we have this. And you probably guessed it, we're going to make a drawer. So we're going to pull out our little goodie. And we're going to need our craft knife. And I found the metal ruler. Hooray. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and cut this right across. So corner to the corner. Oh, it did not cut all the way through. It's okay. Okay. I'll just take it to the other side. Okay, now we're going to take this, and that's going to go right up under there. But you can see that we're going to have a little problem right there because that is not up to the edge. It's okay. We can, all of these things, it's a junk journal. We can fix it. And, you know, bloopers are included. Are you a fan of bloopers? If you're a fan of bloopers, you're at the right place, because some things that I think are going to work out just don't. And we share most of those with you too, in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so this is going to be, you guys remember when we did the drawer before? Okay, so it's like a little drawer. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then it's going to go up, and I'm going to have it end before it gets to the brads. Okay, so there, that's one of our hidden journaling places. Woohoo! I think it needs a, well, if I put a drawer opener on it, then it's obvious. Okay, so I'm going to think about that for a minute. I'm going to take this one out. And we're going to come and, let's see, how are we going to do this one? Because I'm going to go ahead and put a piece over. And we can use this or something else. And oh, I know how. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this piece. I'm going to put it on here. I'm not going to do what I was thinking about there, but that's okay. I'm going to put this on here. So this is our sticker. Okay. And it's going to go like this. And like this. We're going to go ahead and bring it back over. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll fold it this way, and then we'll fold it this way. That just makes it easier. Okay. Okay, now we're going to come over here and we're going to do like we did before. We're going to cut this edge here. Okay, but this time I'm gonna go really deep to try and get through. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it almost did the whole thing. Much better than last time. Okay. Okay, so we'll just open it up from that side. So this is going to go through. I can do this. Okay. We're going to round the corners here. That makes it easier to get it in and out of that area. Let me use the smaller piece. Oh, it did it. It didn't make any noise, but it did it. Okay. Okay, so should make that easier to get that in there. Okay, wait a minute. We did not come all the way up and all the way down. Some of those things do make a difference. Okay. So, okay. There we go. Okay. The story is it wants you to ease in. So we're gonna, you see how I'm taking like a sliver off in on both sides. Okay. We just want to make it easier. Oh. Okay, so this is going to go in. Oh, we got to go all the way in. Go up. Up to the, there we go. Okay, there's our, okay, so this will go in. And it'll do this. Okay, so it's going to need a latch. Okay, but while we're figuring out the latch, let's come and cover this up and give it a pocket so that when this goes in, it doesn't hit this. So, yeah, so mechanics, you know, gotta figure out your mechanics. We could do that. That would be nice to be able to use that. Okay, that's a dibs page. So let's go with just a go there and there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut and cut. And glue. Where in the heck did the glue go? It's down here on the floor. Like, when did that happen? Okay, so this will be hidden journaling. It will be a door. The other one will be a drawer. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to come over here. I want it a little bit away. And then I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this side and on this side. Okay, so get this down. Okay, so that has its own little pocket that it goes in and out of. Okay, so you think it's a door, but it pulls out. Okay, so that's where our hidden is. Our hidden. Okay. Now I'm thinking, now I have a key, and I could like hang the key here to keep it closed. I don't know. Okay, now this go here, and it goes in and up like that. Okay, so now we want to do the same thing, and we're going to cover the whole back this time. Okay, so I'm going to come here, and so we'll go ahead and continue this across, and continue this, and we'll go ahead and put our glue on this. So this makes it so that all the sliding mechanisms are enclosed. Okay, all the sliding mechanisms are enclosed. So the most important thing is that that is there. Oh, we'll just have to cut some off the side if we, okay. What did we do here? Okay, so this is closed, and then up here we get a little wonky because we have the backs of the brads. Okay, but there you go. The back of this is all enclosed. And you're able to pull this out, and you're able to pull this down. Okay, so you have, and look at there, you can write there as well. Okay, so that is that. So the one thing I think I want to do something here, but I really don't want to. I'm thinking. And the thing is we've now made it so that I can't, whatever I put on has to be like glued on the top. Okay. I mean, we can add a doorknob. Okay, let's try. What do you think? Could do a hook and eye, but then you wouldn't be able to. I know what we'll do. We're going to do some string. Okay, so we're going to go 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, cut. Okay, then pull it towards it so that it's all towards the center. And twist. And twist. Twist and twist. And then we go to the can't get it. I've got a new one out and ready. Okay, so this is double-sided tape. I'm going to go ahead and put it on, twist it around, and grab itself. Okay. And then pull off one side or the other. There we go. Okay. Okay, we'll go like this. Put that right there. Okay, and then we've been using this flower. Okay, and then I'll just have to, when I figure out what I'm putting in the center of these flowers, I'll put some in the center, and that'll give me that. And then you just pull this, and it will hold it down. So you might think your hidden journaling space is just to journal behind that door. But if you watch this video or the flip through, you're going to know that you're going to be able to go ahead and pull this out and journal inside of it. So yeah, so this is my trinket box. This is a page idea, so I believe. So I'm going to have to add it onto my page. Let me see. Okay, was that the other thing that fell down when all that stuff fell down? My list. There's my list. Okay. Trinket shelf filled page with 2 hidden journaling spots inspired by Leah. Okay, so we're going to put this onto our page that we had gotten ready. Okay, remember we got a page ready. And it is ready. Okay. Now you can also make this a pocket. And I think we will. I am going to go ahead and add a little bit of the color. Oops. Welcome to the messy desk. See this kind of stuff? That drives me crazy. Okay, you see we're taking away the whiteness of that. Okay, we used jewelry and anything brass. We used sticker. This is the negative sticker. This could be our trash. And we used stickers and then our sequins there. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this. I'm going to give it the swizzle, okay? The swizzle gives you more space, more area that your glue is going to stick to. Okay. And I'm going to let this dry really well because we don't want it to lift up the napkin, okay? But we have made that little goodie, and then these pockets are up in there, so they are not going to disturb what we've got going on over there. So it looks like we have hidden journaling space here behind there, but you actually have that special journaling space that you can go ahead and pull this whole little door off. Okay, so that is my trinket shelf, and we do have a space here that we'll be able to add something, and I think that will be wonderful. So the one thing we are missing here is a Dear Julie Julie digital, And so I'm going to go into the first thing that we get here. We end up with this. What if we put her behind there? So this is from the Friday freebie. And or put it on, put the house. I think we'll go ahead and put the house on the front of that. Or should we put this house on the front of this? Let me see. If I do this, line it up to the white, line it up to the white. I can cut it here. Okay, a little bit too big. How much? Okay, then we'll just go and take the little corners off. So that gives us one Dear Julie Julie digital, which is all we need. And this page is done. Now, for the challenge, pockets. Actually, I don't know if I said pockets need to be filled this time. I usually do, so I will be filling my pockets. They do not, only your required elements have to have the items. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. I think we can use her. Oh, it is what it is. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut across, cut up. Okay. Oh, I think I was a little off here. Okay, I'm going to put her on there. I'm not sure I was clear, but you can use anything that you want on your trinket shelf. So, happy treasure hunt. And if I can find like a lock, I might put a lock like on there and then hang a key off the piece that's like the embellishment that goes in the pat thing. Okay. Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay. So we've got trinkets in our shelves. And we've got this. Oh my gosh. I wonder if it should have a knob. Like it's a drawer. I think it should. I think we'll give it a knob. So have you done this kind of novelty kind of stuff in your journals? Or are you more just tucks and flips and pockets? Border, top, belly bands and that kind of thing. I like to do both. And I really do like the... Oh, coming up with the ideas for the variety. Okay, there we go. You can flatten this out. I should have flattened those other ones out. I didn't, but there you go. There we go. That's what we got. My trinket shelf. I love it. It's kind of heavy, but the Edith Holden paper, it will work. Now, the one other thing we want to do is I want to add a little bit, because it's so dark, I want to add a little bit of my favorite, the drywall tape from Lowe's. Have you been able to find it? I do have it listed down below, and if you use that and purchase from there, then Lowe's gives me a little thank you for sending you their way, and it's no extra charge to you. Okay, so here, let's go ahead, I like to put one down. I like to put them in opposite corners of each other. So this one will go down here, and then I need to clean up this edge. And then this one will go up here. And we'll just... The hardest part for me is getting it started. How about you? So the new batch that I bought two new rolls, and they both have the piece that you pull off is white, where before it was a craft color. There we go. It's like, I know we'll figure it out here. It's just gonna take a minute. And I like to pull the edge off. That's just me. Okay, we're gonna come over. Okay, so I like to do one on one side, one on the other side. So there you go. We have our two hidden journaling spots. So there's one. You might think it's that right there, but it's actually that you can pull the door out. And then the other one, you can pull the drawer out, but you can also write here. So we doubled up on our hidden journaling spots, and I think this is really fun. And so, yeah. And if you didn't know, I am using Edith Holden papers, this size papers in my journal this time. I think it's going to be really fun. I am going to need to reinforce these Not the full length, but they just need a little bit of reinforcement. And yeah, I love the way that turned out. Now, once I figured out what I'm doing about the centers of my goodies, I will come back and add that. So, yeah, there you go. Trinket shelf. Thank you, Leah, for the idea. I know this is different than what you did, but this was my take. And yeah, so now you guys go out there and make your trinkets shelf. And don't forget to share it in the crafty community. I gotta clean off this desk. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.